Bonjour! Today we'll be making a keto version of Brie en croute. It's a nice French pastry that you can have while throwing a party. It can be part of your main table spread, or you can slice it up and serve it as hors d'oeuvres. Instead of regular flour, we'll be using a combination of almond flour and coconut flour to keep it low carb. I've made it with raspberries in the past, but today we'll be filling it up with strawberries and blueberries. Doesn't that sound so yummy? It's all coming up on Eat, Trace, Love. Hi, I'm Tracy, and thanks for checking out Eat, Trace, Love, where we feature dishes and recipes that are keto-friendly and that will help you expand your menu while sticking to your lifestyle. We share new recipes every week, so consider subscribing if you like what you see. So we'll be making French Brie en croute. I know it sounds kind of fancy and bougie, and right now you're probably thinking it's too difficult to make. Well, it's actually super easy. As you'd expect, it's going to be creamy, cheesy, and tart because of the brie. The berries will add even more tartness, but also some sweetness. And that taste is perfectly complemented by the almond and coconut bread enveloping the whole entire thing. So total prep time is about 15 minutes, and oven time is 25 minutes. After baking it, you do have to let it stand a bit for it to cool down and allow the brie to re-solidify just a little bit. Here's a list of ingredients that we'll need to make the Brie en croute. 8 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese, 1 ounce of cream cheese, half a cup of chopped strawberries, half a cup of blueberries, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2/3 cup of almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 1 egg, and finally 2 tablespoons of ground flax. The materials that we'll need are a cake pan. I like to use an 8.5-inch round non-stick cake pan. You can actually use any pan you like. We'll also need parchment paper, a big bowl, and a pizza cutter. Okay, crew, time to make our Brie en croute. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Place the mozzarella cheese and the cream cheese in a bowl and place it in the microwave on high for 30 seconds. This will be part of our sugarless keto bread shell. Don't worry, the brie will come in later. Give it a good stir. We are looking for smooth consistency so that we don't see any more shredded pieces of the mozzarella. Now, let's throw in the almond flour and the coconut flour. We'll also throw in the ground flax and the baking powder. And finally, we'll crack open the egg, throw it into the dough, mix it well until we get a nice doughy consistency. Now that that's done, let's lay down a nice sheet of parchment paper so we can lay down our dough. Let's roll the dough into a ball, put it on top of the parchment paper, and let's place another piece of parchment paper on top. Now we can begin shaping our dough. We want to flatten out the dough into a nice round circular shape, and we want the thickness to be about 1/4 inch. I like to make the middle of the dough a little bit thinner, where the brie will lie. I do this so that there will be a bigger, crispy shell. Now that our dough is in the right shape, remove the top sheet of parchment, and we will now add our brie. Place the brie in the center of our dough. Now let's slice our dough into strips that we'll use as our wrap over later. Take the pizza cutter and make slices from the center out. I like to angle mine a little bit for presentation purposes. From here, we'll be adding our chopped strawberries and our blueberries on top of the brie and spread them out. Okay, this looks ready to be wrapped. Take each strip and carefully wrap them over the center one by one. Once that's done, we let it bake into the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes. Okay, now that 25 minutes has passed, let's take out our Brie en croute. We have to let it sit for about 30 minutes in order to let it cool. Okay, it's been half an hour. Let's cut a slice and let's see what's inside. Sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to take a bite right now because I'm drooling. Tarty, sweet, I need another bite. And another thing I like about Brie en croute is that it's very versatile. Like I said, I've made it with raspberries before. Someday I may make it with blackberries. You can even make it savory and put mushrooms, and nuts in it. I hope you had fun making Brie en croute with me. I really think it's a pretty cool dish, and now maybe it can be one of your party favorites. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this dish, and let me know how you like it. And if you modify your Brie en croute recipe, let me know as well, because I'd love to hear how you make yours. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Eat, Trace, Love.